Hi, we are Chuck and Ben, and we are exploring all that Italy has to offer. So please subscribe and welcome to our channel, Our Italian Adventures. Good morning, buongiorno. Welcome back to our channel. I wanted to take a moment to thank all our new subscribers. We had an article on CNN.com this week in the travel section about us, a very nice article, and we got a lot of new subscribers to our channel. So welcome to our channel. I wanted to give an update to everybody that has been following us and all our new subscribers on kind of where we are in our renovations and where we are with our projects and our house and whatnot. So that's what this video is going to be about, and a little bit of kind of an introduction for some of the newer people as well. And by the way, thank you for all the positive, wonderful messages. I mean, the outpouring was so nice and so positive, and really, really great to hear from everybody and people whose families are from here. People who are thinking about doing the same thing we're doing. We're here to answer any questions. We have 1 year under our belt, so kind of been there, done that. But let me get started with the video. I was going to start from downstairs, but the view today is spectacular. So I just want to show you the view from the roof terrace. And hang on. So this is the view from the roof terrace today. You can see the mountains are very clear today. Now, you might be asking, what's that next door? That actually, I think, was a fountain. The lot next door to us that kind of goes from that wall up there all the way down to those trees was a lawn, from what I understand from people, was a lawn and garden. It's been abandoned for about 60 years, but it was where people would come and get their plants, stuff for their gardens. And when this was cleared last year, I saw it looked like it was a giant marble fountain or well. Not really sure the history. I haven't found out much more. But look at the view today is really, really beautiful. See if I can zoom in. You could see the snow on top of the mountains. We usually have, from what I hear, more snow than what is there right now. You can see a little bit of the fog in the valley there. But this view, I just never get tired of. Also, we got a question, which was one of the first questions I asked when I got here, was why are there rocks on most people's roofs, as you can see there? Please ignore my Western Pennsylvania accent. And you can see it on other roofs as well. And from what I've been told, by the way, this is our garage. We bought this building after we moved here, and I'll take you through there. There's a cold cellar below, and then we got a garage on top. And then you can see through the clothesline there, the ruined garden. And that is the walkway to the backyard and the old house. But that, we have a video on cleaning that whole ruined garden area. But I digress. So from what I understand, they put these rocks on the tiles in case of the wind blowing or lifting the terracotta tiles. Now, I don't know if it was just an older thing that they would do, but and I don't know if they continue to do it now or not. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. There, I turned the camera back around. But that is the explanation that I got. So I don't know if they still do it or not. Because I was like, well, why wouldn't, I mean, everything is cement here in Italy. Why wouldn't they just do a little bit of cement to hold the tiles down? But evidently, the sort of tradition was to put these rocks on. So maybe somebody following us knows more about this and can enlighten me, but let me know. So I'm going to take you downstairs now and do a little bit more of a tour around the house and kind of show you what's going on now. Well, first, before I go down, this is the roof terrace. So the roof terrace is off our bedroom. And that actually, we have to get a better door there. That goes above our kitchen. But we have a table and chairs up here now. But I think in the summer, I'm going to put like a couch sectional seating in this area. And then we have our satellite dish, and antenna for our internet and TV. But it gets that's our neighbor's house, but it gets and that's our chimney. But it gets very, very hot up here because these walls are terracotta brick. And as you can see from the sun over there, we get sun all day long. So our bedroom kind of cooks like a pizza oven. And this is part of the roof terrace. There's the new awning. The new railing. And our clothesline is now up here, which is so nice because the washer is on the second floor. And so that's our roof terrace. And I never thought I would live without a dryer, but I haven't even missed it. After a year and a half, I think one time I missed having a dryer, and that was because I couldn't hang the clothes out to dry because of the construction. And then our little guest room has its own little balcony there. And those steps there go up into town. And if you've watched any of our videos, these are the steps that we redid, this whole walkway. All the way down to the backyard. Okay, so here's the front of the house that you've seen in the external renovation video, but we're all done with the new railings, the new stonework, and new painting. And this is our street. This is our other little stone house here that we want to turn into a guest room at some point. And down there is where Ben's grandfather was born. And up there at that landing is where his mother was born. And that's our garage. We put in the garage door. And now I'm gonna take and show you the backyard. You can see they just did the gate for us so Max doesn't go running out the door. I was really happy with how he did these steps. This is actually real stone, and the mason leveled each stone by hand so that the pitch on these steps for water was perfect. And he did an amazing job. I'll have to get the key for this door, but this is under the garage. This is our cold cellar where we store the sauce and our canned goods and stuff like that. Sorry, none of the plants are in bloom, but it's January. And, oh, there's Max wanting to come out. But I was really happy with the ironwork on the railings. Then this is the old original house that our house is attached to, that we want to break through our living room wall here on the right side of the fireplace, so it would step down into there and do a rustic kitchen. And we did end up replacing the basement door here because it was all rotted. It was metal, but it was all rusted and rotted on the bottom. And then this is the garden that we did. You'll see that in another video. So this area is my favorite. I'm gonna actually pan back. It's such a beautiful space. I mean, next year I think I'm gonna plant strawberries over there. But we made this up here was Ben's herb garden, so he could just come out here and get fresh herbs. Mostly everything stayed except for the basil, of course. And then I planted over here lavender, so we'll get the smell of the lavender, which was really nice. And again, you could see the view from here is really, really nice. Okay, so that's the garden. That's the old stone house there. And down there, I'll show you that later. That was what they used for the stables. And we put in a barbecue. And look at this amazing plant that was just growing in this stone ruin wall. How spectacular. It's like a piece of sculpture. You can still see the old fireplace there and the pizza oven above it. I think that was maybe a storage area, because that looks more like a fireplace. And you can see our laundry, and that was where I started the video at the roof terrace up there. So I'm gonna get down here and show you the backyard. Okay. So this is our backyard, and our property goes to that wall, down there. We thought it ended at the trees when we bought it, but then afterwards we found out we actually own 2 more lots on the other side of those trees. So we're not sure what we're gonna do yet. And then this is the wall to that landscaping area, that old garden next door that I showed you from upstairs. There's where we came down. That's all new. That was redone when he did the steps. I mean, the pitch on everything, that's a lot of stonework to lay individually all the way up to the street. He laid each one of those stones by hand. So this is the backyard. Currently, Ben has planted on, let's see, this is the 3rd level. And some of the plants are already coming up. I think he planted fava beans, cauliflower. I can't remember what else. But they're already starting to come up. That's my little olive tree. Yay. And I don't know if you can see these 2 twigs down here. We planted fig trees. And then this down here, Ben already tilled, but it's already grown back. He's got to cut that back and re-till that for that part of the garden. So, because in the summer, this all gets full sun and perfect for the garden. And it's so nice to have everything fresh, you know. And I love these pine trees. We just got to clean up the bottom. Okay. So, there's Max. How'd you get out, Max? So, this is our neighbor's house here. And then this is our courtyard. And then this up here is, there's Ben. Ben, you're in the shot. This is our old stone house here. So what we want to do is when we do the kitchen, let me see if I can go the other way. It'll probably be better. 1 second. Let me turn this around. So when we do the kitchen here, the floor is about probably like there. And there we want to do an outside terrace off the kitchen so that you get that view from that I showed you before. So that's also part of the kitchen renovation. And we just were cleared that this cement is weight bearing enough to hold the terrace, but the terrace would have to be made out of either iron or wood. It can't be cement. And then all this stonework would have to be redone, and we have to redo the roof. So that's that. And I'll show you some other things. I just got to go get the keys. So this is the stable under the old house. I don't know if there's enough light in here, but we'll see. Okay. We're using it now to just store some tools. But these are the pens, I think, where they kept some of the animals. And you can see the trough is still there. The stone trough, so we're definitely keeping that. We don't know what we're gonna do with this area. We're just using it for storage right now. But the good news is this would be the floor for the rustic kitchen, and it's all basically new, and the architect has cleared it, which is great, but so nice. I mean, you could see the original wood beam and all the stone, and the house is literally built into the bedrock. I mean, you can see it in the foundation. And then we think at one point, this room, which was added much, much later, was where it was like their furnace room. So that went out to that outside chimney. And we think this is kind of where they kept their furnace. But I think if we ever do anything in this room, we'd just tear this down and open it back up. It's a little creepy, especially with the door, you know. Little too Silence of the Lambs for me. But you can see all the stonework is, once it would be cleaned up, it would be beautiful. So let me show you the cold cellar now. Okay, now we're gonna go into the cold cellar. So this is the room that is under the garage. And, oh, I keep forgetting we have a light in here. This is where we store all our sauce that we made this summer, which is great. And I started doing a little bit of canning, pickles, eggplant, sun-dried tomatoes, and so it's perfect temperature in here, and the terracotta stays nice and cool. The guy before us left this great workbench, so I have sort of a pottery shed to work on the plants and stuff like that. And we have our extra cookware here that is covered waiting for the rustic kitchen. Still some bins to unpack. And then these great wine bottles that were actually in the old house in the original baskets that we were able to salvage, which will be great. And also a couple coat racks, a bed warming tray, couple really nice baskets we were able to salvage. So that's the cold cellar. And works out pretty well. That's actually a light. It just looks like some sort of intense machine. And it's perfect because it's just right across the way from the kitchen. So this is the garage, which did not have this door when we moved in. It had a three metal panel door. So we replaced that with an automatic garage door because to keep opening and closing that to get the car in and out would be too much. And we have some leftover tile, the old heater from the bathroom, shelves in here, but nice space. Nice space. Good thing we just got a Fiat Panda because nothing much bigger would fit back here or down our road. So you can see the road is pretty narrow, but cars come and go down this road. So it's doable. And then you literally can just walk right up into town there, It's beautiful walk around. You can see the old house there. So now we're inside the house. This is actually the dining room. The picture behind me is Ben's grandmother, Ben's father, and Ben's aunt. And Ben's aunt in the photo is actually in the CNN article with us. Still very active. Glass of wine, Amaro, going strong. So now I'm going to show you how we get from the dining room to my cantina below. So we were lucky, it took a year, but we finally got this door installed. So originally there was just 3 pieces of wood here with no steps going to the cantina. We put the steps in the cantina, and about 2 weeks ago, we installed this on a remote control, my baby. And it came with a light. I'll try and take you down here now with me. So these steps lead down to the white cantina. And you've seen the video on this, but we actually changed some things. There's a mirror. We hung this mirror, which was Ben's parents'. It was the mirror in their bedroom. And my grandfather had the same mirror in his living room. So Ben's parents said, anything ever happened to them, the mirror was mine. And this mirror is the only kind of piece of furniture that we brought from America. And it made it. And they just put it in a cardboard box with bubble wrap. So I have no idea how it made it here, but it did. And so the cantina is coming out really nicely. I need to stop drinking wine so I could stock up on some. But the room came out really great. We moved that chair down from the living room, and then you can see the steps going up. And this room stays really nice and cool all year long. And so what I want to finish off is I want the same man that did our railings, I want to do an iron lattice gate for there. And then this is our basement, which is basically just a basement and storage. And that's the door I showed you out by the ruined garden, and we brought in Ben's lemon tree for the winter. And those are onions that Ben grew that we dried, and also oregano and some peppers. So that is the cantina. So I think that'll look really cool with an iron, maybe 2 doors. I'll include a picture here of a original one I saw that I think would look really nice there. This way the air still circulates down here, and but it does give this room a little bit of privacy. But this is one of my favorite rooms that we did. Came out. And thank you for all the comments about the floor. I mean, I'm super happy with the floor. Oh, and this trunk here was Ben's aunt, who's in the photo up there. Her father made it for her when she was getting married, and we were lucky enough to get that. And it's all like handmade, even the nails. It's super cool. And a lot of this stuff is the items, other than that saw blade, is the items that I found next door in the ruin across the street. And that's our little shelf with Madonna, who watches over the wine cellar. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I bought these in Arezzo and put little votives in them and kind of made and that bar was hanging there. That was just always there. Same with this. We just left a lot of the stuff that was there. So, okay. I think that's about it. I think I've shown you everything. We'll catch up with you in a little bit.